mind you, these signs of weakness are always, for the most part, originate from our childhood and are reinforced by dating people who reflect upon us what we feel and what we believe reality is. So if you, I don't know what the fuck this is some random white stuff here. I'm like, is this the C word here? I'm like, is this C? Like, I got some random strip of white right here, and it's like, where the fuck did I come from? I don't want to smell it because it could be something that I don't want it to be. It's weird. Because I don't even know what that looks like. You know the C word, right? I don't even know what it looks like. I'm not a stimulant type of person. I'm more of a chilled, psychedelic, MJ type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But being open emotionally too soon, okay, is a first sign of weakness. Not sex too soon. Being emotionally open too soon is the sign of weakness. Now, why is that? Because it pretty much shows that you don't value yourself as much. It pretty much shows that you're not happy being alone. It pretty much shows that you're willing to do anything, even look dumb. I'm not even kidding with you, because you got to understand, when you're at the point where you're trying to speed things up, you're just desperate right there. That's just being desperate, plain and simple. And opening up emotionally means telling the guy how you feel, or even falling in love the first week. And sometimes it comes with sex. The problem is that usually a lot of women will open up with sex, will open up emotionally and have sex with them, and turn the guy off, but not because the sex turned them off, but because the sex the sex came along with with being emotionally open. And what really turned them off was really the emotional intensity in your action. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the sex. And I can promise you, and the reason why I say that in opening up emotionally is because, one, it actually destroys your mystery. You don't even notice this. When you're feeling an intense surge of emotion, you tend to be you're not self-aware. You're not self-aware of how you're coming across. You're self-absorbed. You're not reading from people, first of all. You're not reading him. So he may not fucking like you. And you think he feels what you feel because of the intensity of the emotion. Right? So you might be thinking, it's like, dude, it's literally like being the only one on crack in the house. Like it's like being the only one on crack, and you're moving like this, and you think you're moving like this, right? And you're talking like this, blah, blah, blah. When in reality, when you think you're talking like this, when you're in love, you're high, and when you're high, you don't know how you're acting. So you're pushing the motherfucker away. You're being needy. You think you're giving him a nice little look, when in reality, you're giving him the psycho girlfriend look because you're so in love with him. You're like, this is how you are like, hey, it's so nice to see you, Tyrone. It's so nice to see you. And they were like, yo, get this fucking girl away from me, Tyler. This is great. Get her away from me, goddamn it. She's scaring the living hell out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that. And it's like you have to control those emotions, man, because they will make you look like such a fool in front of a guy. You will literally lose a guy that would have liked you because you don't control those emotions. You know? And again, it's like being on a drug. It's like being on crack. You don't know how you're coming across. You think you're acting one way when in reality you're acting a completely different way. In fact, I call that blacking out, loving out. Like loving out. Like you just love out. Like you just like lose your sense of self because of the intensity of the emotion. And usually that intensity is because is at a reaction to your trauma. You're trying to suppress that trauma with love. Which I understand. You're only human. What the fuck is this white thing, people? Let me show you this shit, man. I don't know what the hell it is, man. It's like, I don't know what that. I had some people. I had like I had like 3 girls over the other day, and I'm like, if it's what I think it is, why would they leave it here? I don't know. I personally don't know what the fuck it is. I don't want to find out myself. It's got like a very like baby powderish type of feel. I don't know. Maybe you guys could tell me. Let me show you. Like it's like, is that what? I don't know, dude. I don't fucking know, dude. I think God I don't do that kind of stuff. If you do, I don't judge you, to be honest with you. Second one, letting a man speed things up. You see, a lot of women lose leverage when they let a man speed things up and you don't slow him down. Because even though he's the one that's speeding things up, he expects you to resist. Yeah, he expects you to resist, and when you don't resist, he kind of loses respect for you. A woman who has value will resist, and a guy knows that. So if he speed things up, and you're like, oh, that's a little too soon, but I guess. Man, you just lost your value. Motherfucker, just say, whoa, Tyrone, slow down. Okay? It's our first gym session. Fuck me, man. What? You say, what? Fuck me. I'll do that. Hey, Delexis, I don't appreciate you imitating me without putting me on camera. Okay? So if you're going to do that next time, put me on, all right? Or else I'm not coming back. He's making threats now. Jesus Christ. He's been watching my channel. So, yeah. Letting a man speed things up and not slow him down, because when you slow him down, you actually are pretty much saying, I'm not as into you as you are. By the way, you can purchase this on the description down below. And by the way, follow me on Instagram. The fuck? My Instagram is on the description down below. I need more followers to DM more girls. You know what I'm saying? I'll be sliding in on the DMs, you know, because I'm not dating people as much because of art school. I don't have that much time. So the only way Father Alex can meet the ladies is through Instagram. And I need more followers to show them that I am someone who, like. All right, let's keep going. Oh man, sometimes we'll be having way too much fun here, man. So yeah, you kind of lose the opportunity to actually show him that you're not as needy. And when you take up, by the way, and when you take up his offer and say yes to the meetup or to the date, or to the relationship so quickly, he's gonna say, man, I expected her to resist. And deep down, he kind of loses respect for you. So next time, slow it down. The next one is this. Never saying no, even if it's on purpose. Look, sometimes, let's just say you meet a guy. Look, when you like somebody, you're more agreeable. When you like somebody, you're more prone, you're charmed by them. And so you're more open to say yes, right? And even though you sort of think you agree with him, a lot of the times when you're always saying yes to somebody that you like, a lot of the times you're not aware of it, but you're having cognitive bias. Like you have a bias. Like if there were somebody else, you wouldn't say yes to half of the shit that they would say that you would say yes to. And so what you have to learn to do is say no. So for example, if he says, hey, you want to come out tonight, and you're tired and you had a long day, if you really like him, the emotional intensity of liking him creates dopamine, right? And that dopamine creates energy. That energy creates energy to see him. You get what I'm trying to say? Because dopamine is very dopamine gives you energy, right? One second. Dopamine gives you energy, and that energy makes you go to the date. Now, sometimes if you didn't like him, you would logically say you're tired. You get what I'm trying to say? So even though you don't feel like saying no, maybe you should say no periodically, even if you really want to say yes, because it actually raises your value. It makes you more unavailable. And a lot of guys will sense that, and it'll cause them to chase harder. And so the problem that I have is that a lot of you ladies lose out on so many opportunities to show your value to a guy. But that because you like him so much, you rather please him no matter what. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's one thing. Losing the opportunity of saying no. You got to find any excuse to say no to the motherfucker. I mean, I'm not even kidding with you when you really like him. So just notice how often you're saying yes, and just take a step back, because no is the most attractive word anybody can have. Okay, next one. Forgiveness. Lord have mercy. Look, ladies. Okay, you cannot be so forgiving to a guy. Okay, And the kind of forgiveness that I'm talking about are these. This is the types of sin you should never forgive from a guy. One, cheating. Okay. Two, hitting you. Three, calling you names, calling you a bitch, using something you said that was vulnerable against you, talking bad about you behind your back. All of those things you should never forgive. Like, I'm sorry. I don't care how golden that dick is. There are just some things you just don't forgive. It's plain and simple. Okay? And unfortunately, a lot of you ladies right now are in that situation. Yeah, you. A lot of you ladies are in that situation. You're fucking yourself over right now. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Man, Father Alex, be a little sensitive, man. I'm hurt. I'm sorry. But you can't be so forgetful. You never forget the things that people do to you. The last one is trying to find happiness in a relationship, okay? Look, unfortunately, a lot of you ladies are really in relationships to find happiness and not to find partnership, okay? And that's something that we all go through, okay? We all go through it, all right? Everybody goes through it. It doesn't matter who it is, they all go through it. And so first understand that you're not alone in this. It's important to understand you're not alone in this, because if you believe that, if you know you're not alone in this, it actually makes the pain a little bit more bearable. But outside of that, you have to find a sense of purpose, okay? You have to find a sense of purpose. You have to find a calling in life. And that sense of purpose can come in many different ways. If you struggle finding a sense of purpose, I would highly recommend you read the Laws of Human Nature, chapter 13, Finding a Sense of Purpose, or the first chapter in Mastery, Finding Your Life's Task. And if you actually read those chapters and actually do what it says, you will find your purpose. It's just inevitable. Outside of that, the reason why this is dangerous is because you're gonna project. You're gonna project. You're literally just gonna start projecting onto things onto him. So the more unhappy you are, the more you're gonna idealize him. The more unhappy you are, the more lack of purpose that you have. It's like if your lack of purpose, let's just say your lack of purpose is naturally should be this big, right? But it really is this big, okay? And let's just say the guy you're talking to is really this incredible, right? When you lack a purpose and your lack of purpose is here, but it should be here, what's going to happen is that this amount of purpose that you're lacking will be added onto the guy, and he's going to look like the fucking shit. Right? It's almost like that energy that you don't feel that because you got to understand the lack of purpose will be felt as a depression, as anxiety, and even as a desire for love, right? And so it kind of creates an illusion, and it makes people look a lot more attractive than they really are, because it becomes your purpose to actually conquer them. And that's why you got to be careful. You have to find a purpose. You have to, and the way that you know you have a purpose is that you kind of are okay with a guy with you being single. That's pretty much like, honestly, if you actually find your purpose, you're just gonna notice you're okay being single. You want a relationship, but you're happy at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you know. Like, you're single but happy. If you're single and unhappy, and your sources of unhappiness is because you're single, it's because not because you don't have a relationship, but because you have a lack of purpose. It's that simple.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces. One is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation. without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man, Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace, and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship, and this a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.